Chicago Bears president Kevin Warren recently made a bold statement, declaring that the head coaching vacancy will be the most coveted job in the NFL this year, and he has a point. With an impressive $80 million in cap space, a young quarterback with plenty of potential, and promising talent on both sides of the ball, the Bears have the ingredients to attract one of the best coaches available. But despite this promising scenario, an intriguing idea has emerged in the sports world: trading for a big-name head coach. But does this strategy make sense for the Bears? Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio brought up the possibility, even mentioning that one coach reached out to him to ask, "Why didn't you include me on this list?" While the idea may seem tempting, the truth is that sacrificing draft-quality draft skills to secure a top coach could backfire on a team in desperate need of a solid, thoughtful punchline. Imagine the following scenario. The Bears decide to send a first- or second-round pick to secure high-profile names like Kyle Shanahan or Sean McVay. Certainly, having a coach of that caliber would bring a new perspective to the team, but at what cost? Without those draft picks, the Bears would miss out on the opportunity to strengthen critical areas of the roster, such as the offensive line, which urgently needs adjustments to protect quarterback Caleb Williams and boost the offense. The reality is that the Bears are far from a complete team, and relying solely on free agency, even with plenty of salary cap space, will not be enough to address all the gaps. Forgoing high-value draft picks would jeopardize not only the future of the franchise, but also the chance to build a competitive and sustainable team. In the NFL, the draft is one of the most useful tools for assembling a quality roster at a cost-effective price. For the Bears, who are still trying to find their feet, every pick counts. Therefore, spending precious resources on a coach, no matter how talented he is, does not seem to be the most sensible path. If Kevin Warren is right that the Bears' head coaching job is the most coveted in the NFL, why trade for a head coach? There are several high-profile candidates who will be available this offseason. Among them, Detroit Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson stands out as one of the more affordable options. Johnson is the brains behind a dominant offense that has led the Lions to an impressive 11-1 start to the season. While he has no prior head coaching experience, his forward-thinking approach and ability to maximize talent make him a hard name to ignore. Another candidate who should garner a lot of attention is Mike Vrabel, who is known for his exceptional leadership and proven track record in the NFL. He not only understands how to build a winning culture, but he also knows how to get the best out of his players. For a team like the Bears that is in dire need of a strong identity, Vrabel would be a logical choice. Within the organization itself, one intriguing name is emerging: Thomas Brown. Recently promoted from passing game coordinator to offensive coordinator and then interim head coach, Brown has been doing some behind-the-scenes research. His ability to quickly connect with quarterback Caleb Williams and his methodical approach have earned him the respect of the roster. With 5 games remaining in the season, the Bears have a golden opportunity to assess whether Brown can be the permanent solution. Regardless of who the next head coach ends up being, the Bears need to remain focused on building a competitive team for the long term. Trading for a coach may seem like a quick fix, but it's essential to remember that sustainable success in the NFL comes from a well-rounded and well-planned roster. With young players like Caleb Williams needing an environment that fosters their growth, any decision that jeopardizes the future of the franchise should be avoided. Additionally, there's always the possibility that established names like Kyle Shanahan will be available on the market after the season, either through resignations or by their own decision to leave their current teams. If that happens, the Bears wouldn't need to spend draft capital to secure a top coach. The Bears are at a pivotal point in their history, with significant resources to change the direction of the franchise. The decision on who the next head coach will be should be guided by a long-term strategic vision, prioritizing the development of the roster and ensuring that Caleb Williams is in the best position to lead the way. Trading for a head coach may seem appealing, but ultimately, building a solid foundation will be key to the Bears' success. May this choice be made wisely so the team can finally take the next step toward NFL relevance.